Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, I want to go over a few books that I've been reading or have read, and I just kind of wanted to come on and share them with you. I don't always read. Sometimes I do listen. I do audiobooks. Usually I love listening to memoirs and the voice of the author. Almost kind of like a personal conversation that I'm having. So I really enjoy those books. So some of the past audiobooks that I've listened to, I've read them several years ago, but I just wanted to share them with you anyway. So Born a Crime by Trevor Noah kind of pulls you into his story and his past and what it was like to be a child of mixed heritage in South Africa. So it's really engaging. I really enjoyed it. Second one was We're Gonna Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union, and I know that she's written, several books after that. I didn't read it, but I listened to the audio version. The second one that she did also. It kind of gives you, the backstory of how she became an actress, and it really gives you insight in what she went through being a Black woman in the industry, in the acting industry, and also being a Black woman of darker complexion. And another one that I read or did on audio was The Last Black Unicorn by Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany's just hilarious anyway. So the book was really funny and I really enjoyed listening to it. Like I said, I just love listening to the different memoirs and the artist's voice. And then Becoming by Michelle Obama. Just love Michelle, loved her book. And yeah, so those were a few that I've done in the past. So I've used Audible, but I also use my local library, the web and media streaming platforms that they provide. In case you guys aren't aware of it, all you need is a library card and it's free. So the Audible books that I've been doing lately has been through the library. The thing with the library versus Audible is Audible, it's a monthly subscription, and you get to keep the titles until you stop the subscription, or it might be even after you stop the subscription. I'm sure if I logged in, I would still have the titles that I had purchased. But with the library, you get them. Well, here in my area, you get them for 21 days, and then if there's nobody else waiting for that title, then you can renew it. If there's somebody else waiting, then you have to be put on the whole list, but it's usually not that long. So yeah, I really enjoy doing them both ways, and I enjoy listening to the audibles because if I'm getting ready or if I'm driving, cleaning or cooking, I can listen to whatever. Sometimes I listen to fiction, sometimes I listen to nonfiction. Depends on what I'm reading at that particular time. Recent memoirs that I've been doing was Feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown, and I don't have a copy of that one because I did it through my local library. And I just love Tabitha. I just love her brand. I just love what she stands for. And the book was really good. I really enjoyed it, and talked about when she was younger, and then it kind of brings you up to date when she got married, and about her family and the different things that she's gone through being an artist. And I don't want to give too much of the book away, but yeah, it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. I also now looking at tabs, a cookbook, and using recipes. Another one that I actually had the hard copy. I bought the hard copy first, or I went and got the Audible through my local library, but it's Finding Me by Viola Davis. This is a copy of the book. And she is one of my favorite actors. I've always really loved Viola, and I love her story, and I love hearing it in her voice. And it was really, there's some parts that just kind of really heart-wrenching, the different things that she went through being an artist of color. And, she's been in the industry for so long, but a lot of people, don't know that. With artists, period, you see them in these big roles, and you just, people just think that they kind of came out of nowhere. And a lot of people have gone, to school, they've gotten their bachelor's, their master's, or their master's, or you know, they've just been studying for so long or doing so many roles. I mean, you can go back and see them in like little tiny roles like 10, 15, 20 years ago and not even be aware that, you know, it was the same person. It just works like that for a lot of people. But this was an excellent book. I loved it. But an excellent book. This is one of my favorite books to date, but I really, really enjoyed it. The next one is called Let Love Rule. It's by Lenny Kravitz with David Ritz. So this is it. And this is another book that I bought the hard copy first, and then I ended up listening to the Audible. And I really loved Lenny's story. You know, a lot of it I wasn't aware of, like, you know, his past. I've been listening to his music for years, but, you know, I just wasn't aware of some of the things that, like his background. I mean, I knew his mom was also an artist. She's an actor also. Or she was an actor, and she's passed now. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book also. The only thing about this book is I just wanted it to keep going. It wasn't like it was unfinished, but I just wanted, you know, some more. So yeah, I enjoyed this book also. So now we're gonna go on to fiction. So this is a book that I found on one of the YouTubers' vlog that I listened to. I'll put her info down because I know it's Jordan. Okay, it's just Jordan. It's called Open Water. Did I say fiction? It's a fiction. Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson. And I'm really enjoying this book so far. You can see I haven't gotten that far into it, but they talk about how it's really poetic. As far as I can see, it's definitely true. I'm really loving how he's setting up the story between the two main characters, and I'm really excited to see, you know, where their story goes. It's based in London, and, you know, they're going through a lot of racial injustices at this time point. I don't want to give too much of the story away, but it's really a very good book as far as I can tell. Like I said, I'm just getting into it, but I'm also enjoying it. The next 3 books they're nonfiction, and they're books for creators and influencers. So the first one is by a YouTuber. His name is Roberto Blake, and he has a channel that's, you know, really geared toward helping people who are trying to get into the industry. And his book is called Create Something Awesome: How Creators Are Profiting from Their Passion in the Creator Economy. And this is his book. And then this is a picture of Roberto on the back, in case you guys don't know what he looks like. But I'm really enjoying this book. I'm about halfway through it. He's giving like a lot of good tips and kind of setting you up for what to expect as far as being a creator, because there's just so much to learn. I'm learning all the time. I'm just a little micro creator, but, you know, that's definitely not where I intend to stay. But yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it, and I believe his book is going to be coming out in audio. I'm not sure if it's this fall or when, so don't quote me on that, but I know that he is working on an audio version, but I'm enjoying this version. The second book, it's one of the Wall Street Journal's bestsellers. It's by Daryl Eves, and it's called The YouTube Formula: How Anyone Can Unlock the Algorithm to Drive Views, Build an Audience, and Grow Revenue. And this is the book here. A lot of people suggest that, you know, you listen to Daryl. I mean, he has a podcast, he's got videos, he's got like a wealth of information to help YouTubers, and then, you know, business owners also. He's just got a lot of different information with this book. So I've been enjoying this book also. As you can see, I read I used to be the girl who read one book at a time. That's not the case anymore. I kind of just jump around and read books, but I definitely, with the one that I was just telling you about, I definitely want to go ahead and finish this one and this one because I haven't finished either. But they, like I said, both of them are giving me lots of information, lots of tips. I love Daryl's. I guess it's kind of like a podcast, I'm sure, because I see it on YouTube, but I think it's a podcast. But I'm really enjoying the information. And then he does Vid Summit every year, and I would love to go, but I don't think it's I'm not sure that it's in the cards because it's in October and it's just really close, so I'm not really sure. Maybe next year I can make it. In Vid Summit you can buy the replays, and that's really cool. But yeah, this is a really good book also for creators. And then the last one for creators, and this is another book that I saw on It's Just Jordan's channel. It's called Influencer, Building Your Personal Brand in the Age of Social Media. And it's by Brittany Hennessy. So this is the book here. And I haven't started this one yet, but this is one that I'm really excited about starting very soon also. So yeah. Looks like it's a pretty easy read. Looks like it would be a fast read. But yeah, it's the blueprint to manage and monetize your influence as a content creator. So this is another one that I'm excited about reading. So the next two books is the #1 New York Times bestseller is Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones by James Clean. And I picked this one up from Target about a week or two ago, and it's 30% off if you're interested. But so I also had the audio of this, so I've been listening to this. And the beginning of his story, oh my gosh. You know, he tells about an incident that happened with him in high school, and I don't want to give anything away, but my gosh, that was just, whew. That was a story. My gosh, ooh. But anyway, this book is really good. It talks about tiny changes, and it causes remarkable results. And it gives a breakdown of percentages and how many times, you know, you can do just 1% of something through, I say 6 months or a year. You would have done, even though it's just a little tiny little something, and by the end of the year, you know, it becomes a bigger thing that you've accomplished or gotten done, as opposed to if you do nothing, then the percent is still 0. I didn't have that one highlighted because, like I said, I'm listening to the audio, but I'm also starting to read also. I just want to kind of go through it and hear it, and then I'm going to go back and I want to, you know, highlight everything and make notes in my book. But you know, this is a really good book also. And then, you know, I have been reading, I've read the 12-Week Year. I've implemented that system into what I do, but I think this is going to take me to a whole nother level by making things a habit. And even though the things that I'm doing in the 12-week year, they're more goals and plans, I think habit making is going to just elevate everything even higher. So the next book is by the authors of the 12-Week Year, Brian P. Moran and Michael Ledington. It's called Uncommon Accountability. It's a radical new approach to greater success and fulfillment. So I haven't begun this one yet, but this is one that, you know, I'll be reading after I finish Atomic Habits. Then I'll move on to this one. So I've got plenty of things to read, but you know, I just want to come on and share. So the next 4 books are going to be all cookbooks. So I don't know if you guys are aware, my channel does consist of beauty, hair, and lifestyle. And within the lifestyle, I do cooking. So I do vegan and plant-based cooking, and I try to make it simple and easy, especially for beginners. I consider myself a beginner in a sense. Even though I've been eating that way for quite some time now. But I like everything quick and simple, and not these elaborate long recipes because it can get like really discouraging. So I have 4 books And what I usually do as far as cookbooks are concerned, this is where the library comes back in handy. I usually get the cookbook from the library to see whether or not I want to put it into my collection. So the first one is Cooking from the Spirit, Easy, Delicious, and Joyful Plant-Based Inspirations by Tabitha Brown. And I talked about her other book, which is a number 1 New York best-selling book, Feeding the Soul. I talked about that earlier. But this book, my gosh, it's got so many recipes, just really quick and simple. This is one of her recipes. It's the chili carrot dogs. And as you can see, it's carrots. It's not, actually hot dogs. And the truth is that, I was like such a hot dog lover. I really loved it. But the artwork is just like really beautiful. She's got an eggplant lasagna here. And this is definitely a book that I will be putting in my collection. I mean, I thought that I would, in the beginning anyway. But again, I just like to kind of go through the books to decide if it's something that I want to get, because it can get really expensive if you're buying books and then you're not even using them. So yeah, and here's another warm lobster mushroom salad. It's a really beautiful artwork. So yeah, this is definitely a book that I will be purchasing, but this is one that I just wanted to share with you, because if you didn't know, Tabitha, she does a lot of plant-based things, videos. I mean, I don't know who doesn't know about Tabitha Brown, but I mean, it's possible. But if you don't, that's her book. So being plant-based, I have to watch my protein, because it's easy to kind of not get enough protein in my diet. So the next book that I checked out at the library was Plant Powered Protein, 125 Amazing Meat Alternatives. So this is the book, and it's by Neva Atlas. And I was really excited about, getting this book, because like I said, making sure you have enough protein is a thing, and it can get kind of dicey for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but this is one that I really loved, and I'm actually doing a recipe that's very similar. It's the quick chili top sweet potato. And I love sweet potatoes and I love chili, so this is something that I really wanted to try, and I'm doing something like very similar. And here's another one, Italian style sausage and peppers. So yeah, there's a lot of good recipes in this book. Barbecue beefy tacos. So this is another one that I'm going to also put into my collection. And then another one is Plant You by Carly Budrug. I'm not really sure how to pronounce her last name, but it's 140 deliciously easy, amazing, delicious plant-based oil-free recipes. And I wasn't necessarily looking for oil-free, even though I try to keep using oil to a minimum, but I definitely was looking for plant-based. So this is the cover. And this is the back. It does talk a lot about what you use, and then it kind of shows you the different spices that you're going to use and the different vegetables. I really like that because it's different. And this is like a 10-minute taco recipe. So again, it shows you how it looks, the different spices that you're going to use, and the other ingredients that you use. She has a section with salad dressings and sauces. So I mean, it looks like, it would be something that I would want to purchase, but I just haven't spent a lot of time with it. But I wanted to share it with you guys in case you just want to pick it up from a local library, or if you're looking for something like this. And then the last cookbook is Living Lively, 80 Plant-Based Recipes to Activate Your Power and Feed Your Potential by Haley Thomas. She's got cozy apple butternut shake, and she gives you the recipe. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then on the other side, PB&J smoothie bowl. So This is another book that I definitely want to spend more time with, but the last two I think I will go ahead and purchase. She's got a chickpea of the sea sandwich, and that's the sandwich right there. So yeah, she's got desserts. It's not like a traditional cookbook, because in the beginning it's about wellness and thoughts and mindset and relationships, social media and societal influences. So, you know, it goes a little beyond just being a recipe book. Yeah, this is another book that I think I would like to put into my collection. So yeah guys, so these are all the books that I want to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. There'll be more books to come because I'll be finishing them and moving on. So guys, subscribe to see more beauty, hair, and lifestyle content every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment below what you're reading right now. Stay healthy and happy, and remember to keep pursuing your goals, plans, and dreams. You got this. Bye guys.